was $100K in debt about 2.5 years ago. That wasn't too fun. My first month wholesaling, I made like 50 grand. I got lucky. I was able to get it to over. I don't know how I'm still doing. I really don't. What do you think will happen with the market?
It's going to continue to get soft. Downtown Miami is oversaturated. It's overbuilt. Don't know where the buyers are coming from.
For the longest time, since April, things are getting rough. We're figuring it out. I'll find new pockets, new subdivisions.
The one thing that I will tell you that when I grew my business at your age was when I learned. Guys, Mark here. We're back at Shapiro TV, and I don't even want to introduce him, okay? Because he is the #1 raw land and improved land and lot wholesaler right now, I think. Is it the country from a volume standpoint?
Volume, potentially.
Yep.
Revenue, probably, you'll never know. There's probably some big guys out there doing bigger deals.
Yeah, but
larger
those are
development deals.
probably in-house guys too.
It could be. You never know. If they're not posting about it, you don't know. But yeah, I do well. You know, the volume-wise. We've done over 500 deals in the last 2 years now.
That's a lot of deals.
It is. But it's small, it's smaller deals. We average $5,000 to $10,000 per deal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just quick, flips. Not here and there, you'll have a larger spread, but
You're picking up your deals from land developers that are land banking, or they're
no, it's typically individual owners. Everything
typically
off
individual
market.
lot owners.
Just lot owners, subdivisions that have already been taken care of and are, they're in the process. Cape Coral, Port St. Lucie, Sebastian, everything in Lee County on the West Coast, Naples, everywhere. I mean, I touch every up-and-coming subdivision I could possibly find. Any area that's hot, man, is where we're at. So individual owners, 99% of the time.
The process. Take me through the process.
So finding land off market. I'm not sure what you guys do for acquisitions, but everything, off market. We're finding land off market. We have builders, specific builders we work with. We know exactly what their criteria is, what title companies are using, their terms for feasibility, everything they need, closing times, and we find it. So if they're, hey, I could pay 50 grand for a quarter acre in Cape Coral with city water, sewer attached, ready to go, we just have to go and get it under contract. So we get the contract signed, we bring it to the builder, and we sign an assignment of contract with them, and we collect our fee, our assignment fee.
So you deal with the big builders, Lennars, KB, Pulte.
I don't do Lamar. I kind of
Lennars
avoid
tough.
Lennars, LGI, DR Horton. I'll typically avoid those ones. They're not fun to work with. Their closing timelines are extended. Mom and pop, because there's a ton of mom and pop builders in all these areas that are following Lennars, LGI, Pulte, Meritage, DR Horton, and those are the ones you want to work with. They'll buy 5 to 10 lots per month each. So.
Who's the firm? I can't think of their name. I think it starts with a K. They're up in Port St. Lucie.
K-Hove, maybe. Is it a firm or a builder?
No, a builder.
I think it's K-Hove. K-Hove and Ian. I don't know how to say their full name.
Oh, you mean Cahovian?
Yeah.
They're out of Jersey.
Okay, but they're in Florida.
Yeah, but they're out of Jersey. No, they're big. They're a big firm. I think they actually might be public.
Okay.
They are
might
big.
Be
public.
Yeah, they are big.
Like Toll Brothers is public.
I've done a few with them, but again, they're not the best to work with at all. And they don't pay the most either, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, they want deals, man. They want deals. I don't know who you're referring to. The K.
I can't think of the name of where my CFO bought his home, but they're up in Port St. Lucie. And I went up there to see his new house, and the subdivision is massive. I want to say it's 2,400 homes.
Yeah, Port St. Lucie was a crazy time. I had my start in Port St. Lucie. I made a lot of money in Port St. Lucie when it was up and coming. A year and a half ago, these lots were 80 grand. Now they're 150. So yeah, I had fun there. But it's kind of saturated now. Too much sitting inventory. Everything's went pretty ice cold for these spec homes. I don't think it's doing too good.
No, I mean, the market's getting soft.
What do you think will happen with the market? The market's been soft for a fair amount of time.
The market's going to continue to get soft.
You think it'll go down more?
It's going to continue to get soft. Yeah.
What about the luxury in Miami? Luxury development.
Luxury in Miami proper or Miami Beach?
Combo, Coral Gables, Coconut Grove, The Rose.
So the Gables is hot, and the Grove is still hot.
Right.
Downtown Miami is oversaturated.
Mhm.
It's overbuilt. Don't know where the buyers are coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of the larger scale deals, like the Dolce Gabbana Tower, I think they're like at 30% pre-sale. So they haven't even hit their 50 to pull a construction
Right,
loan.
right, right.
So, the only deals that are really going up are PMG's deals, Fortune's deals, and Related's deals.
Related.
And
yeah, they're big.
maybe one or two other.
There's
Like
a couple
City
out there.
Center, he's sucking wind. Katzi is sucking wind on that deal. Okay. Plus, he's in default on his pref piece to Mosaic. I don't know what's going to happen with that. And we've been seeing deals get posted all over the place. Okay.
I know they're going up right now on Brickell River. Next to what is it? Is it Vizcaya on the river? Yeah, next to that one. That one's going up. I'm pretty sure. Started doing the seawall. They broke ground with that. But yeah, they're all moving slow. But I don't do any type of. Are you in that type of development or?
So we've built about 5,000 units for sale product. The last deal we built was in Satellite Beach, Ocean, and we had a project across from a turtle sanctuary, so it was basically oceanfront because you can never build in front of it on A1A, and we ended up getting a ridiculous offer from our partner in the deal, and they really haven't done anything with it. We started pre-sales on the first tower. We sold it out. We had a bunch of Cincinnati Bengals buying the units. And up there, the price point on that Nuco is about $700 to $800 a foot. And, these are bigger units, nice product. And it's got beautiful views, beautiful finishes. But it's between Vero and Cocoa.
Right.
So, and I think Satellite Beach is known for the most shark attacks.
I didn't know that.
Great place to surf. So is
Yeah.
Cocoa. I think it's known for the number one shark attacks.
No, I didn't know that. Because I've done some stuff in Cocoa, in Port St. John. It's a subdivision out there. And Vero Lake Estates, right outside of Sebastian. Well, those are all ice cold right now. That's the issue. Everything.
So what do you do when the market's cold?
I don't know how I'm still doing 30 deals a month. I really don't. For the longest time since April, we've been talking about things are getting rough. Things are getting rough. We're figuring it out. I'll find new pockets, new subdivisions. Just
only in Florida?
I do multiple states. We're in about 5 different states, but Florida is my bread and butter.
What about Texas?
I don't do Texas.
No, how come?
A lot of compliance stuff with marketing, and
you can't.
It's a non-disclosure.
Understanding. You just can't. It's the assignabilities or issues.
Yeah, they have some stuff with like texting and just cold calling that's a little bit different than every other state. Yeah, it's been passed recently. I've never been a fan of Texas. I mean, it's oversaturated. I think it's great for single family luxury, but Dallas, all these areas are just getting pumped out. Everyone's there. I try to go to areas where everyone is.
What's the best 3 states to do business?
For what I do specifically, I would say Florida, North Carolina, and Arizona. There's all good spots, it just depends. If you're talking broad spectrum, those are the 3, but you have these smaller areas within each state that have their own niche where you really come in, you make a killing, and you find the next. That's my bread and butter right there. I'm very good at finding up and coming markets where these spec homes are just being pumped out, catching a good wave like I did with Port St. Lucie, and just continuing to do that. And that will last forever. There's always going to be a new area after they do everything on the East Coast in Florida. Obviously, they're going to have to go more west, a little more. There's all these areas now that you'll see 1,000 lot sales, every 90 days. These $5,000 quarter acre lots, obviously, they're going to be worth a lot more one day, and there's going to be nice neighborhoods there. So that's what I'm doing.
So how are you handling the capital gains? What are you doing? You buying real estate?
I don't buy. I need to.
You should.
Right now, all my cash would be towards new construction that I'm looking to do. So
why new construction?
It's just what I like. I've been selling.
Why not buy an existing multifamily deal?
Well, number one, I have to learn about it. Not an issue. Can learn about it. I've just been attracted to new construction. I've been selling to these builders forever. I've done some spec homes myself, cheaper spec homes, and I like new construction. It's just what I'm passionate about.
What's the return?
It depends where. I mean, usually 20, 25%, give or take. I wouldn't at this point touch a deal unless it would net me $1 million, in Miami. I want to do something in Miami, Coconut Grove, Coral Gables. You're looking at,
Okay, it's a tough market.
It is, but I have a good team. I have a good GC and stuff that's been doing it out there for a while, and they're getting their stuff sold. And a good agent that has a ton of buyers from the California, New York pool that want to come down. So
It's only going to get busier.
I would be very picky, obviously, with what lot I acquire.
Mhm.
It's proximity to the schools out there. Obviously, it has to be below 95, closer to the water, but you could get those lots in Coconut Grove anywhere from 180 to 200 per square foot, usually around like 1.5 million. Construction's around 2 million, and then you'll sell the house for
What kind of product are you
13.
building?
I would do a 5-6, around 4,000 square feet, 5 bed, 6 bath, 4,000 square feet. Those are the most just common comps out there that have been actually moving. I feel like the $2 million to $3 million range in Miami is where it's really cold. That's where stuff doesn't move, in my opinion. Because those are the areas like Buena Vista, Buena Vista right outside of Design. That's being gentrified. So, it's not the nicest neighborhood when you drive through.
But it's all in play.
Yeah. It's all in play.
And
that's
a lot of the stuff has been picked over already. I mean, you can go to Little River, you can go to Ironbound, you can go to Magic City. All those markets are still Alapatas. They're getting played out already because larger developers are already there.
Like in Buena Vista, there's one guy putting up 40 homes right now. All 3,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom. So do you really want to build
ultra contemporary?
I mean, yeah, everything is boxes, all white. They don't have much to it. Obviously, you could stand out there if you spend a little bit more on finishes, but on a 3,000 square foot house over there, there's just not enough room. There's really not.
No, because it's packed in.
It's too packed. These lots are 5,400 square feet.
They're basically 0 lot lines.
It's rough. Yeah. That's why I like these other areas. I think if you could get a good lot.
How far south, like to 152nd Street, Coral Reef Drive?
I mean, I haven't looked into it. I'll be honest. I haven't. I've been looking at the High Pines.
It's a good pocket.
Yeah. I've been looking at the High Pines area just because those are where the best schools are, the most, prestigious schools. And that's what everyone's moving down there for. It's all families.
Well, south and west.
What areas would that be?
Past the Gables, the Kendall Market, all those areas.
I know a builder that does well out in
the Falls area, all those markets. So the Falls is 136th, Coral Reef's 152nd. You just start to head before you get to Homestead. Because there's a lot of people picking around in Homestead.
And what's the price ranges for those homes? Average per square foot even?
They're probably around a G note.
So it's the same?
Yeah.
Okay, give or take. I would say Coconut Grove averages.
It's a little easier to build there than it is like in the Grove, or a little bit easier than here.
The Grove and Gables have a lot of trees, which is an issue.
Well, I can remember when there was nothing in the Gables.
Yeah.
Because that's where my family's from.
Miami's going to be
my mom went to Gables High, so
yeah.
So
you grew up in Miami?
Changed. I grew up in Connecticut. I've been here as an adult since 1987, but my mother married somebody from the Northeast, and my dad didn't pass the bar exam as a dentist because they didn't like Yankees back then in the 1950s. So he opened his office in Connecticut, but we were here every summer, every possible vacation. And so I grew up basically spending time on the beach. Some of my grandfathers, flea bag.
I'm from Palm Beach, so I've been down here, forever. Family's in Boca.
Well, forever. You're 25.
Well, I mean, as long as I've been alive.
I have 40 years on you. So
I know. So what would your advice be to me in my position, right? I'm doing well flipping land, right? It's great. It's great cash flow, no equity, anything. It's not a business you're going to exit, sell. I'm not buying land. I'm not holding land. I'm flipping land. 30, 40 deals a month.
Yep.
Average 5 to 10 grand, per deal. So if I want to do new construction, why not new construction and why multifamily? as opposed
I
to
wouldn't do new construction. For me, I built a subdivision back when I was your age. I was in my mid-20s. I built a subdivision, 86 homes, entry level, and then I built 104 considered high-end homes, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated the delivery. I was really my own contract servicer. I mean, I had my GC, I had him running the deal, but it's like dealing with buyers, it sucks.
Right.
The risk versus the reward for me when I got into the business back in 83 and I started buying apartments, it's much easier to scale in the apartment space than in the new co. And you have an existing asset. You can buy the existing asset. If you're finding these deals, you're going to find the deals that we find, which are distressed deals. There are definitely issues with them. You want to buy issues. The hairier the deal,
So
the
you
more
buy
you
them,
make.
you repair them, increase the NOI. That's the game.
You buy them right, and then you go in and force the value. You push the value up, and then you refinance them, and then you collect.
How much cash are you bringing to the table? Is it always 20%?
So the way we do it, because I've done 25,000 units over the last 4+ decades, is we have an institutional partner that puts up 90% of the equity or 80% of the equity, and then we put in either 10 or 20.
Okay, so
if we're buying a $100 million deal, we're going to get, let's say, 75% in debt, and we're going to bring 25 plus whatever is needed to reposition a deal. So let's say it's 35. So we're only going to have either 3.5 million or 7 million in the deal. So our leverage is super hyper, and that gives us a super high return.
Right.
And you can recycle these deals. Once you buy one and you close on it, then word gets out, you get another one, and you can create a really, really, really consistent cash flow. And thank God for that good old thing called inflation.
Yeah.
The deal's just going to go up in value.
It is. Okay? It always is.
Now, if you're here anywhere in Florida, I don't even say South Florida, anywhere in Florida, you're going to make money on the deal.
Right.
Florida, Georgia, Texas is a great apartment market. South Carolina, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Virginia, all super strong states. Maryland kind of gets a little wonky because of the politics, but Alabama, Louisiana, all these states are super strong. The economics and the metrics work really, really well, and the lenders love these states. So, like we're doing a conversion in Malibu. Okay,
California?
California. I thought I'd never buy a deal in Malibu,
right?
But we bought it for basically nothing. $522 a foot for an 11-acre Class A deal that was renovated in 2018, 2019 because of what's called the Windsor fires. And small deal, 68 units. Our full stack is 106, and we have 134,000 in saleable square footage, and that is coming out at about $1,400 a foot. So with our capital stack, we're at about 7.25, and we'll basically double minus the cost of sales, minus the dock stamps, minus any concessions for it, and which is usually anywhere from 12 to 16% right off the top.
Oh wow!
And
I didn't know it was that high.
Then the rest is profit.
Yeah. So you think it's better to create cash flow through equity investments as opposed to getting in and out of deals?
Yeah, you still have to deal with Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
You still have to deal with Uncle Sam. And the greatest thing I'm not going to say the greatest thing because this president's pretty fucking great. Okay. Just my personal relationship with him. You can see my pardon on the wall if you want to see it.
Well, you got pardoned?
I got pardoned by Trump.
What'd you do?
Me?
Yeah.
Went to trial, lost.
For what? What was the
securities fraud?
Okay. So what is that? Like what kind of
85-year sentence, life.
Jeez.
Yeah. Judge's third husband was he wasn't part of my deal. He was part of the fact that I hired a guy from Stratton Oakmont, if you know what Stratton Oakmont is.
I do.
So I hired a guy from Stratton Oakmont. Guy did a great job. Never broke the law. Had a nice opinion letter that said I could give him a job doing sales and doing sales training. Not sales, but sales marketing training.
Mm-hmm.
And she took it out on me.
Yeah. Happens.
So, yeah.
But you didn't have to go to prison or anything, correct? Or you did?
Of course I did.
How long?
A long time.
Yeah? I didn't know that about you.
A long time.
I've always seen your videos and stuff, but I never...
Yeah, we put it right on the website. I mean, we've talked about it.
Yeah, I never dig deep.
We've talked about it.
Yeah, interesting. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a good experience, I guess. Because when you get out...
Not a great experience.
I mean, it is, in a sense that it...
Being Jewish, wearing a kippah, and fighting the Aryans.
Yeah. Where did you have to go?
Real prisons.
Real prisons.
Real prisons.
Yeah, but it teaches you stuff.
No, I was the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I became the teacher. I became the mitigator. I became close with the captain. They all,
mm-hmm.
when there was riots, they would call me in. But still this day, I am close with some of the guys that I'm trying to get out of prison.
See, I want to make sure I always do things right. Never want to.
The crazy thing is, I am on my final phase. I just had to go get my fingerprints printed with ink so that I can work with her name is Alice Johnson. She runs the pardon office for Donald Trump. And I will be working with her 1 to 2 days out of the month in D.C. And we've already gotten 2 people out of prison. And I'm working on 2 others. And it's a process. You know? It's a process-driven business.
Yeah,
so
no, I could see.
Yeah. But, going to Mar-a-Lago or going to the private family inauguration party, they've included me in a lot of things.
And how'd you get connected to Trump? What was
That's a longer story.
Yeah.
That's probably not a story
Another day.
We don't want to tell that on film because the people that want to keep their own anonymity.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they have billions after their net worth, so they lay low.
So you think for me, where I'm at, invest as opposed to build ground up?
There's nothing wrong with building ground up, okay? But the risk is a little higher.
Right. I mean, it's a risky,
You get a bad GC. So I have a student in my community. He's in the multifamily community. And I believe he paid either 15 or 20 grand. Our prices have kind of changed. We keep on raising the price because, that requires more access to me.
Right.
And he's building a home in Bayside. Okay. Right next to Surfside, 94th Street.
Yeah.
Okay. On the water.
It's a good area. Yeah. You can.
And he's into his 3rd contractor.
Really?
And the last contractor, okay, he's like, Mark, can you interview him? Can you go over the contract? Can you go over? And I said, I don't want to meet the guy unless he qualifies because it's a $15 million build. Until he I need a payment and performance bond. They've got to be at least AA rated.
Right.
And the guy's like, no problem. And I produced it. And now the deal's getting built. And he came to me about 2 weeks ago and said, I think my wife wants to live in the house.
Oh
I'm like, bro, this is all your capital. You can't let her live in the house. You're 2 blocks renting a house, okay, for 25 grand a month. Stay there. Okay. You're going to make about $7 million on this deal because of all the issues that you had. You would have made more. And the lot was a gift. Okay.
What a gift.
What a gift.
What a gift. Right. Those are tough to get, but luckily with my GC setup, I'll be fine. Good relationship, man. Like he's partners with Kobe Carp. So
yeah, that's not impressing me.
No, I'm not saying it's impressive.
I remember Kobe Carp.
It's reliability.
When he actually used to. Well, now Kobe Carp is he's a.
Well, you don't like stuff. I think he's a good architect. I think he has a good reputation.
He's a crappy ass architect.
No, why? Why do you say that?
Because he's a crappy ass architect. Because I remember when nobody would work with him.
So who do you think's top in Miami?
The best architect
Yeah.
is somebody you probably never heard of. His name is Charles Benson.
Okay.
But he's purely the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other best architect in Miami is Bernardo from Architectonica. Okay. The third best architect, who's such a prima fucking donna, because I built a deal with him, is Chad Oppenheimer. Okay. Mm-hmm. Kobe is more of an order taker or a technician.
See, I didn't know that, because
he's more of a. You know what he has? He's actually more of like a syndicator.
I like his drawings.
A broker.
I like his stuff. I do like his stuff for these houses.
Well, I think his son is fairly talented.
It could be that. I don't know who does the actual renderings and everything.
Oh, he has a whole team.
Yeah, he does.
He has a whole team.
His office is what? Right past. It's on 95, right?
Yeah,
you can see it from 95.
This used to be the garment district.
Okay, but yeah, I like his GC. They're doing a lot of good projects in Miami Beach, so I'm not too worried about that part. It's more the acquisition.
GCs get to a point where they're saturated.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then they
have to only keep a certain amount of projects,
because you can only buy so much rebar, you can only buy so much concrete, and labor is getting harder and harder here in South Florida. Mm-hmm. So, and getting skilled labor is even getting harder. So you have, the companies like Moss, you have the companies like Coastal, okay? All they're pulling everybody, and they pay more.
Right.
And they actually, or Shawmut, they pay.
They're doing all the condo developments, right?
Right.
Who else? GT, McDonald, I've seen a lot, and Brickell doing a few. But yeah, I mean, that's my focus right now. Luxury, single family. I mean, change my mind. You could change my mind,
I'm not, it's not my job to change.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. I always wonder what everyone has a different opinion on what's the best, right? I'll have some people, older gentlemen, doing well. This is the best. Multifamily is the best. Stay away from multifamily. Everyone has different niches. It all works in the end, right? It all works.
Well,
but
if you luxury single family is exactly what it sounds like. It's luxury single family. Mm-hmm. Okay. Multifamily is a necessity. Mm-hmm. Shelter.
Right.
So you want to be in a necessity. Okay. We can't walk around naked, so we need clothes.
Correct. When
we're hungry, we got to eat. And the last thing is we need to have housing. So we need shelter.
These multifamilies you're typically acquiring, on average, what would you say the average rent is going to be?
They're all over
per unit. All over?
Are
they nicer? Are they more like lower income? What do you think is the best?
We typically buy a B asset and we force value. We're buying a new A asset, actually two of them, one in Indiana and then one here locally in the state of Florida. Those deals are all more of a management play, but we're buying them at the right entry price. And if you buy something, if you make your money when you buy a deal.
Correct.
Okay, so you're going to buy whatever you're wholesaling. You're making the money. You know what your spread is. Mm-hmm. Okay, no difference than when you buy a multifamily or when you buy a single family to clean it up and resell it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so somebody that doesn't have the same experience that you have will be able to buy the 1 to 4s, clean them up, and make a few bucks.
Right.
Okay. Those are the guys that did a bunch of deals, and I'll say a bunch of deals. They did 20 deals, and they think that they know what they're doing.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Well, they don't. Okay. So when you've done 300 deals and you've done $5 billion worth of deals, then it's a little different. Mm-hmm. Okay. And, you know what you need to do, how you need to do it, why you need to do it. Okay. And the formula doesn't change.
Same underwriting on every deal.
It's the same thing over and over again. You're stuck in a square box. You're stuck in a square hole. Okay. And you're going to put the square peg right in it. Right. The moment you get out of that formula
is when things go wrong.
Is the moment you fuck up.
Yep.
So whenever a deal gets super hard to engineer, and I'm sure whenever you've had these hard flips or you've
Mine
had
are all
hard
easy.
wholesales,
Mine are as easy as it gets, man.
no,
They really are.
really?
All of my deals.
Why?
Because I'm doing quarter acres.
You're doing quarter acres.
Infill. That's why I'm able to do so much volume. If I was doing these different types of deals where you have to entitle them, get them divided, even pass them off to a developer, check all these zoning and density rules, I wouldn't be able to do as many deals as I do. I don't know if I would make more money. I really don't. Obviously, I could make more money on one deal, right? I know people that do these larger deals, but they're getting one or two every other month, and my cash flow is much greater than that with what I'm doing. I just have my own.
The volume play.
Yeah, I just have my own niche. It's just a volume play. That's what everything I've ever done has just been volume. I was doing Airbnb before. I wasn't doing luxury Airbnbs. I was getting the cheap. I was doing Hollywood, Delray Beach, just getting cheap shit. $2,000 a month in rent, and I would, get back $4, but I could get a ton of them. Because I only had to put first, last.
What do you
30.
think of these STR guys?
I don't know. I mean, like who?
Think of this kid Fareed. You know him?
I think I just saw him buy a car, right? I think he just bought a Ferrari.
This is the kid. I think it's obnoxious, by the way. Okay, don't take your Ferrari to Costco.
Why? Is that what happened?
That's he said. He goes to Costco and he says, "Don't take your Ferrari to Costco."
No, shit like that. I don't I haven't seen it. I think we have a mutual friend. I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know enough about him to speak on him.
So
I mean, he bought a Ferrari.
The guy that runs RSTR, he trained him.
Okay. Who's that?
Wasim?
Never seen him.
Yeah, he's out of Dallas. He's been in the space about, I want to say 12 years. He's very, very good at it.
I don't know that many people. I don't pay attention to it. I know my niche. I know all the big guys in each niche. Section 8, Tom Cruise, things like that. What do you think of that guy? Saw that smirk on your face.
What's his real name?
His real name?
Before he changed it.
I didn't know.
Look it up.
I don't know his real name. He used to live in my building though. That's how I met him.
Yeah.
So
once you get to a place in your life that you're happy, your lot in life. And for me, my biggest thing for me is charity, is doing and helping other people. So I think Tom uses the fact that he shoves things in your face, just like this kid who said he got a Ferrari. Okay. I'm not a Ferrari guy.
I have a Ferrari.
I've only had one. Okay. And you weren't born yet. Okay. And I hated the way it shifted.
Really?
So yeah, when you were 25, I bought my first Porsche when I was 25. And you could just shift that car with your knee. You don't even need to push the clutch in. You can just pull it out. It'll sync up and you can just jam it in.
Right. None of these are manual anyway. It's all paddle shift.
Yeah. So back then when my car was a 355 convertible, blue Spider, khaki interior, and I mean the car was fast.
I mean, who gives a shit? Look, I spent $450.
You could go fast on MacArthur Causeway. Yeah. There wasn't traffic back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But if it didn't sync up perfectly, I'd grind the gears.
Like I don't care about cars.
I got rid of it after 4 months.
I drive my BMW every day.
I drive a truck.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care that much about cars. I thought I did. I bought a Lamborghini. I got bored of it. I sold that. I bought this Ferrari. Bored of it. I drive my BMW.
It's funny. My youngest daughter is a car freak. So yeah. I'm a car guy, but old muscle cars.
Yeah, you really have to like it, or it's not worth the money. It's just not. You could put that into everything else. Like I don't mind watches. A watch you could turn around and sell. Sometimes they'll go up. I've made money on watches and stuff, but cars just don't make sense. You have to love them. You really have to love them. But now I'm in a position. I just want to put money away and create wealth. Be comfortable.
So make sure that you set yourself up. Make sure that you structure yourself from an obfuscation point of view, and protect yourself. And then do what you're doing. Okay. There's no get rich quick scheme in real estate. It's a slow, methodical burn, and it will always take care of you.
even when you go through a difficult time, it's
Mhm.
always going to be there to take care of you.
As an owner, correct?
Yeah.
When you own it, I got lucky.
Yeah.
I got lucky as shit. My first my first month wholesaling, I made like 50 grand. So I got lucky how I just got it very much clicked for me.
Mhm.
50 grand my first month. I did that for a few months and then I was able to get it to over 100. I've had months where I'm, now doing over 200. So I got very lucky with, the amount of cash flow that I walked into with it. Didn't take me months to figure it out. Airbnb took me a while, right? I had a solar company, hated that. That took me a while, but with wholesaling, it was just quick overnight. And I have students too. I do the same thing you do, and just regular people every day. They get a 5K deal. For them, it's life changing.
Where's your platform?
Like what do you mean?
You're on school?
No, I use Kajabi.
Kajabi.
Yeah, and then I host my community just in a Discord community. We have like 2,000 people now.
We just switched to WAP.
I use WAP for payments.
Right. We just actually switched from school.
Mm-hmm.
I think tomorrow is the day we officially shut down on school.
And you're doing everything
and
through
we
WAP.
Put it the university on WAP.
I may do that eventually. That's how I did it at first.
It has more features.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
And it gives you a lot more ability to use clippers and do a lot of things. And
I've never tried any of that stuff. And believe it or not, all my students are in their 50s and 60s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up? Any interest in selling this lot over here? If the price is right, and we always get them at the right price, same day, PSA signed, just like that, super quick. I did houses for a bit. You got to talk to these people, man. You got to
build a rapport.
You actually have to build a relationship. I don't have to
know them.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. These sellers will say, I want 30 grand. I'll say, well, your shit is not worth 30 grand. Okay. It's worth about 20 grand. I'll give you 17. We're not paying an agent. I'll pay the closing costs. And then I flip it to a builder for 25, So it's so quick.
And you have your
turnkey.
book of builders.
Yeah. I have the same
so
builders.
You just boom.
Right away, if I get a signed contract, it gets sold. Otherwise, it doesn't get signed because we know exactly what they're going to take. Because I've been working with them all for such a long time. I know exactly what they're looking for. It's like I'm an extension of them at this point after a couple of years. But you'll have deals cancel. Same thing.
Do you put the deals up in your community or you just...
No, this is all my own thing.
That's what we do.
Yeah. What do you do?
When the wholesale deals come in, we put them in the community and people just buy them.
Oh, to dispo them. No, I'm all internal. I don't do any partnerships or anything. I'll help students sell a deal here and there, but I have all my own stuff.
No, we have just a built-in pool of buyers.
Oh, okay. Look at his post.
So I think when you cold call somebody and you have a very calm demeanor and you're very confident, people are going to levitate toward you. They're going to gravitate.
I think cold calling is the best still, but you're not going to sit and do the cold calling.
Me?
Yeah, correct. Or you even, right?
You
don't do shit, right?
I do a lot.
No, but I know you do a lot.
Well, my biggest thing is we've got about 4,000 units that we have to close by year end.
Okay.
And I have to deal with my capital relationships. And that's what's most important.
That's what's your time consumption. But you're handling all the...
And what we do is we'll partner with other real estate guys that are much smaller than we are. And we'll help them with the deal. But they'll do the major negotiations and then we sign off on everything.
I see.
So we let them do all the grunt work. We will go out and do site inspections, not all the time, but we will when the money's at risk. And if you've done one deal and you've done a couple hundred, you're gonna know what it feels like. You're gonna know a good deal versus a bad deal. Okay, you're gonna when you walk a deal. When you start to sample the units, and you can get screwed because sellers are crooks, real estate agents are liars.
Yeah, I don't.
Commercial brokers
agents say
they'll fucking lie right to your face. Okay, Andreas knows who this person is. We were buying a deal in the Galleria area. Okay, put up $500,000. The woman who owns the deal, her husband, I can't say who he is, plays currently in the NHL.
Okay.
And she syndicated 5 deals
with a bunch of NHL players. When we finished the lease abstract on every unit, was small deal, 152 units, but it was a in-place condo, but it was being rented as an apartment deal. And we would have then took it back out as a conversion because of the market. She took the $500,000 by using a fraudulent letter to the title company.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we told her we're going to cancel the deal because you misrepresented the rent roll based on our lease abstract of every single lease, you go in and you verify every single lease. You go through the lease. Then you go actually to the unit and you verify it with the actual physical resident, right? And sometimes there's a discrepancy.
Right.
So once we did that, we knew that she had been committing fraud. And long story short, we're still suing her to get back our $500,000.
Yeah.
And that's fucking...
Yeah.
And I've been doing this a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you have to wrap the title company in. And I think we're probably about $40,000 into the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's...
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have to worry about that stuff on my end. My deals are so easy, man. They're so turnkey, you know. We don't have to inspect anything.
Mm-hmm.
Every lot is the same. You look for flood zone.
What would help you do more business?
More areas. Just
More
expanding
areas.
into more markets, I would say.
More capital?
No. For construction, yeah. I have a mentor that is, you know, helping me with raising capital and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just teaching me how to raise capital because I want to do it the correct way. You know, you don't want to raise capital, not have the right paperwork in place, all these things. Anything goes wrong.
How much capital are you raising?
You know, for my first project, I'll probably need $1 million total, and I would put half. Well, I don't mind putting half, but he tells me do not put half. You know, raise the capital. For what? You know, why tap yourself out on a deal instead of bringing on, you know, equity partners and just being able to scale. So I'm learning right now to raise. That's my main focus, raising capital. It's not easy in Miami. Everyone's a bullshitter. Everyone I know that I think has so much money, none of them have money. When it's time to put money up for a fucking deal, no, none of them, man. All my friends are young. You know, I got a few older friends in their mid-30s here, whatever. I've never met anyone of crazy value here in Miami other than my mentor.
Who's your mentor?
I don't know if I can say. He's a big guy. He has over $3 billion in development here in Miami. I don't know if I'm allowed. I would have to ask him.
Is he a Miami guy? Is he?
Yeah, he's doing all the condo. He does Brickell. He some North Bay, Tampa, but he's doing some big projects here. He's doing one in Brickell right now. I mean, if I say the names, it gives it away. I don't know the rules I have.
I can narrow it down. I didn't realize he actually mentored people.
He doesn't. Good connection. Just one of those things, you know, you meet the right guy, you kind of hit it off. And
after you...
I was on his case for a while.
Tell him I said hi.
I will. But I was on his case for a while. I would do anything to learn from you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you $50K for a phone call, this and that. But we set something up where we, you know, just hang out. We meet up. Helps me out. Shows me what I need to know. Very good guy. So
there are some good...
There's some good people
here in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be sticking shit in your face.
Yeah.
They're going to be like me and, you know, just, I mean, you know who Crescent Heights is, I'm sure.
No, I'm not. I've actually never.
You don't know who Crescent Heights is?
No. Who's that?
One of the biggest developers in the country.
No, I've never seen it.
So Crescent Heights is the Gelbert family?
Never heard of him. Never.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, look them up.
I pay attention to more just Miami stuff. You know, I know Related,
Yeah,
BH, just all these guys. They're in Miami. Never seen them.
Yeah. Who's Related?
Related Group.
Who is it?
Let me see who the CEO is.
Here. You mean my partner?
Oh, who is that? Branson?
That's George.
I can't even see that far.
It's George Perez.
Oh, I thought that was Richard Branson for a second.
No, it's who started Related South Florida.
Okay.
So
and BH is who? BH is Isaac, right?
Hmm?
Toledino or whatever. That's BH.
No, that's BH.
That's BH.
So
correct?
BH means Baruch Hashem, which means thank God in Hebrew, and you know, he's an okay guy. You know, it's not his money, so
family, right?
Money comes from Israel.
But his father started the development, or no? You never know.
This says This says in Hebrew not to say lashon hora. He's a very good developer. He's a very good syndicator, and people like him. And he's done very, very well. There's a lot of guys. What he does is he front runs, and then he will bring the deal to Related, or he'll bring the deal to Terra, or he'll bring the deal to Edgaro. Okay. So, and the guys at PMG, I'm not a huge fan of Mark Roberts. I mean, I know him when he just wrote his book.
So your game is
30
just
years ago.
Units. You just want to acquire.
So our game is very simple. We buy undervalued units. We buy distressed deals. We buy a problem. Okay, and then we straighten it out.
Nice, sir.
Okay.
And am I allowed to ask how much you have under management
in my family office?
Yeah,
a few units.
A few units? What does that mean?
Well, a few apartment units.
Oh, okay. I was curious because I didn't know exactly what you were doing. I don't know your full thing that you have going on.
Well, we used to have about 15,000 units.
Okay.
And I lost about 6,000 of them.
How does that happen? Just foreclosures, things like that?
No, they didn't foreclose on them. They took them and gave them to their friends.
What? How does that happen?
The government's very corrupt.
So they could just steal your property.
They can do whatever they want to.
I didn't know that.
They can indict a ham sandwich if they want to.
I didn't know that. So you're just buying these multifamily properties, fixing them up, getting them rented out, and you keep them in the portfolio, and you refinance, correct?
That's the long-term objective.
And is he finding these properties, or you have?
No.
Is he like a wholesale division here? What is the deal?
So here at Shapiro Capital, we have we're much smaller than you. We have about we have about 1,600 students in our program.
Okay. I only have 2,000.
We sell 3 different tiers. We sell a tier at 3,500, then we sell a tier at 20,000, which we teach people multifamily. And then we sell a tier for my phone number at 50,000, which we are now changing to 100,000.
I'm cheap, man. Yeah, I'm cheap. That's why I have a lot of students. So I just, want to get people in and prove the concept. Eventually I'll do like some higher tier, but it's tough to manage that hands-on mentorship stuff. It is tough to manage when you have a lot of people.
Well, that's why we have a pretty substantial payroll.
Yeah, of course. So I've always just wanted to be so hands-on. I need to get better at delegation.
The one thing that I will tell you, that when I grew my business at your age, I was able to grow it pretty rapidly, was when I learned to delegate. And then when we were at our height, we had about 1,200 employees, and we're in 13 different states. And that was when we were in the process of going public. And, everything is just a vehicle. Everything is a means to an end. Everything is getting from one level to the next level.
Right. That's exactly how I look at it.
When do you have enough? So when I sold a portion of my portfolio in 97, and I thought that I was wealthy, today that portfolio would be worth, I probably lost $1 billion selling it. And I thought I made a lot of money at the time, and I thought buying a jet was the right thing to do. It wasn't.
Right.
It was very convenient. Very convenient when you take your kids, you go to your place in Vail. It's easy to get in and out. That's purely convenience. Because money gives you convenience.
Right.
Okay. That's all it does. Money is fungible. Doesn't know where it comes from. Doesn't know where it goes. Okay. And you have to respect it. You have to respect it when you're making it, and you have to respect it when it slows down, because you're always going to be managing something. Okay. And in life, whether you're
always having great days. You're going to have days where the days kind of suck, but you still have a good day on the sucky days. You just make the best out of it.
Yeah, I mean, man, when I moved down here, I blew all my money.
Where are you from?
Palm Beach, Boca.
Okay.
Boca area. I was making decent money with Airbnb. I was doing some sales stuff too, making good money. And I moved down to Miami, did the same thing as every idiot, blew all my money. Had to start fresh.
Why?
Literally. Why did I blow my money?
You got intoxicated with going out and doing all
Yeah,
that.
I was going out, just buying shit, dinners. I don't even know where the money was going. I just didn't care. I was young. I was 21, 22. So I feel like over the last 3 years, I've learned a lot. I feel like an old man. That's what all my friends tell me.
You're not an old man.
But I have a lot of experience of highs and lows,
You're
for
a
sure.
kid.
I'm a kid, but I have the experience of a lot
What's
of
the
highs
lowest
and lows.
low from your life?
Shit, I was $100K in debt about 2.5 years ago. That wasn't too fun. I don't have family money.
$100K in debt?
Like, yeah. I mean,
My biggest lender, I owe $800 million.
yeah, but you still had something. I feel like you weren't on the street, right? No. So me, I had to pay rent and shit. Could barely pay rent. I didn't have cash flow. I blew all my money.
But that made you work harder.
Yeah, I mean, I was living in the SL. I still live there in Brickell. I live in Brickell, and I was paying like $8K a month in rent. I remember I had 10 grand.
Building?
Yeah, it's okay. I hate it. I want to move. I want a house. But I was paying 8 grand a month in rent. I didn't have 8 grand. I had about 10 grand. Everything I did was on the credit cards. Okay, I had good credit. Even though I knew my position, I was still fucking going out. I don't know why. I couldn't help it. Yeah, I was still going out. I've never been like a heavy.
Close with your dad?
Somewhat. We have a great relationship. My parents got divorced when I was 13. We have a good relationship. I don't see him that often.
What did he do for his vocation?
He was in real estate development.
Really?
Yeah, he was. He did development projects, spec homes. He was a broker, all that stuff. But it's
Still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. But it's just separate from. I'm
Probably younger than me.
How you said you're what? 65? Same age.
Same age.
Yeah, same age. Same age.
What's his name?
Chuck. Charles.
Charles.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
but I was always. I borrowed a couple bucks from my dad.
Should be proud of you.
Yeah, he is. He is. I have a weird relationship. We have a good relationship. We don't talk that much.
It's funny. When I had my first child, at age 25, 26, that's when my father started to be able to tell me he loved me. And I always knew when I have a child, I'm going to tell them I love them every fucking chance.
It's important.
Okay.
How many kids do you
I
have?
have 4 daughters.
Yeah. Oh, all daughters?
All girls.
Yeah, my dad has 4
Yeah,
girls
they're
too.
Olympic fucking shoppers.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. But I even my mom is an hour away, and I never see my mom.
Go see her.
I will.
Go tell her you
I
love
see her enough. I love my mom. I have a good relationship with her. I just don't see my family much. I really work a lot. When I tell my mom how much I work, she's like, "Oh, I don't fucking believe you. You're not working on a Sunday. Come see me." But I work. I work all day.
Well, I don't work on Friday night to Saturday night
Yeah,
because I keep
yeah.
Shabbat. But Sundays,
I work as
is a
much
work
as I
day for
can
me.
because I had a fair amount of money. I moved to Miami. I blew all my money, and I was stuck for a year. I don't want to have to deal with that again. So I just work every day.
Just put it away.
I try
Okay?
for sure. But you get tempted. You buy dumb shit when you're young. But I put away a good amount of money now.
You buy
would
dumb
say.
shit when you're old.
No, I know. I feel like it's not as fun. I feel like you don't care at that point in time.
For me, a good meal. Okay. But, I have simple taste. I'm not a drinker.
Right.
I don't smoke cigars like I used to 30 years ago. So, for me, I live my life through my kids, and I want them to have everything. So, when I see, them post something or do what they do, I have 3 of my older daughters have a food channel, and they do really pretty well with it. So
that's cool.
2 of them went to law school. They don't practice law; they eat.
Yeah.
travel around the world and eat. Yeah.
Yeah. My dad went to law school. He didn't stick with that. My mom went to law school at UM. She didn't stick with it.
Good law
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, it is.
How'd they meet?
I don't even know the full story, honestly. They used to own, Mont Blanc?
Mm-hmm.
They used to own, I think my dad may have owned the store. I don't know if he owned the store, if he was a general manager or something, but my mom worked there. I think that's how they met.
Really?
Yeah. And my mom was engaged.
That's crazy. My mother was engaged.
Yeah, and she backed out of her thing to.
And my father comes down from, he was stationed in Fort Meade. He went to dental school at the University of Maryland, and Fort Meade was in Maryland, and he had a 2-week pass. And the grandmothers had somebody, a friend in common, and they asked my mom to show my dad around.
Mm.
She took him around for 2 weeks, and 3 weeks later, she moved up to the Army base and they got married.
Yeah.
She dumped
Times
this
are
guy.
so much different
She
now.
dumped this guy, and boom,
Yeah.
took a Greyhound up there. So
times are different, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how my parents met. But I had a good childhood and stuff. We had fun. We did a lot of family trips and stuff. But then my parents got divorced, and it was just everything becomes so much different.
I'm trying to think of the Italian restaurant I used to go into, Boca Nick's.
I haven't seen that one.
Off of Glades.
I used to work at Matteo's in Boca Raton.
Matteo's. Why does it sound familiar?
They have one up in New York on Long Island too.
Where is it in Boca?
Right by Meisner.
Right by Maz.
I was making good money there, man. I was making like $6K a month, and that's how I got money for Airbnb and stuff, just working there.
Let everybody know where they can find you,
Mm.
why they want to find you,
Mm.
and how you're going to show them how to supercharge their financial.
So social media, just my name, Instagram, Alex Mineo _. I'm on YouTube. I just started posting on. Are you on YouTube much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'll show you how to get into real estate with no money. Everyone talks about these no money down strategies, but I'll show you how to get into real estate with no money and get paydays. People that are working the average 9 to 5, an extra 5 to 10 grand per month is life changing. I could show you how to do that. I show people all the time in my program, living proof, how to just make that 5 to 10 grand per month. But if you want to scale, I mean, you could take it as far as you want, but most people just I feel like want a side hustle, and land flipping for me is like wholesaling land. It's a gateway drug. You figure out how to wholesale land, then you, just like I want to, you get into development, and then you start investing your money. That's why I haven't gotten into investment yet, just because I'd rather turn my current capital into more usable capital and then invest portions. But I think wholesaling, I think land, houses too, is the best place to start in real estate. Otherwise, you need money. I mean, are you getting into multifamily deals ever really without any money? Or you need money, right? You need cash. You need some type of down payment to bring to the table.
First time home buyer program, FHA, finance
still 3.5%, right?
96.5%.
Okay, on a $300,000 property,
on a million, you can borrow on a 4-unit up to almost $1.2 million here in Dade County.
Yeah,
and then you can get the down payment assistance program.
It's just you'd be shocked. I mean,
use the other income from the other units to qualify.
Yeah,
for your debt to income.
It's crazy though. Like a lot of my people that I come across that want to get started, they can't put $5 grand up, into anything. It's like everyone's on their last dollar right now. It seems, truly. Yeah, a lot of I have 60-year-old students, man. No savings. They have to make this work. So,
yeah, we have a different. Our qualifiers are different.
Yeah, because right now I just want to give everybody and anybody a chance to find out about it and get started. Not many people talk about land. There's a few guys, doing it, a handful of guys. So I really want to put it on the map because I think it's the easiest thing to get into. I used to do houses, Airbnb. I had a fix and flip at one point in time, was a mess. So it's like, this is for sure the easiest way to get into it. Is it the end all be all? No, you're not going to make more than $300,000-$400,000 grand a month, which is great money, of course, but got to go out. You have to make your money go to work for you instead of always chasing the next deal, which is investment. So,
which means don't spend all your money.
I know.
Don't worry about your $8,000. You should own the place. Okay.
Do you think buying your own house is good?
I personally believe in that. Okay. A lot of people don't. My buddy Grant thinks it's a waste, but that's really bullshit.
Yeah, he always talks about that.
What you really, a home, forget the fact that it's going to go up in value. Forget the fact that you have a roof over your head. A home is where you make your memories. A home is where you create that family value. And it's super important to get back to the basics here in this country. And that's what this administration is trying to do. It's trying to cut out the fat. When he says he's going to do something, he does it. And that's what you want to do with your life.
And do you think we'll get the housing market back to what it was a few years ago?
I don't know. I have to look at all the metrics that go into it.
Yeah.
The cost of everything is continuing to go up. But with that said, you're still going to be able to leverage your purchase of a home. And, you can borrow money. And when, rates keep coming down, I think we'll see another.
I haven't even thought about buying. I haven't even thought about buying a home, honestly. I've always thought I'll just keep putting money away, turning my cash into more cash. And when I want a house, I'll build it myself. My forever home, essentially.
Yeah.
So I'd rather buy property and, rent it out.
So buy and own. Buy, own, and then you use all the cash flow from that.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going.
Me too.
Guys,
let's go.
Thank you. Mark here. Okay. You better follow this man, this young man. He's amazing. You want to learn how to make some money? He's going to show you how to do it without any money. Can you understand that? Make money without money. We love it. Let's go.